Okay, yes. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Demetrius with Akeelah Traders, and today is October 21st. It's Monday, 2024. And in today's video, I'm going to take a look at NVIDIA stock corporation. And so we've had a couple of clients ask us about how well our trading system works on stocks and different other assets. And so today we're going to take a look, deep dive into NVIDIA and look at a couple of our strategies. Hopefully in the course of this video I'll be able to show at least two different strategies that our system runs, and we'll go and look at some performance to see how our system would have performed on NVIDIA. NVIDIA is not one of those that we trade on a regular basis, so I don't have actual trades that we've taken. We have taken some over a period of time, but it's not something I really have our system focus on. It's just something I'm kind of doing this by request, just to provide some insight to some of you who like NVIDIA. So unless you've been living under a rock, then you know that NVIDIA is one of the hottest stocks, if not the hottest tech stock that's on the market right now. It's just been on an all-out tear. It's the leading performance stock in the whole AI sector. And NVIDIA is definitely poised to just do some great and wonderful things. Right now, we're sitting at overall all-time highs. I'm here looking on TradingView at NVIDIA on the weekly chart. And so you can see from this time period back here to the first part of the year, let's kind of zoom out a little bit and see where were we at the first part of 2024. So when this is the end of 23, when 24 kicked in, NVIDIA was sitting right here around what the price would have been, right around $50. So NVIDIA had a stock split back in June, and so it was a 10-to-1 stock split. So that would have been approximately $500 or so. But averaged out, that's the equivalent of a $50 stock price. And so right now we're sitting right at $141. Again, we just crossed all-time highs on this. So again, NVIDIA has just been on an all-out tear. And so I'm going to take a look at this and see how our system performs. Here at Akeelah, our mindset with approaching the markets is we kind of look at the fact that markets go up, markets go down. People buy, and once the market, a particular asset, reaches certain standpoints or certain positions in the market, that people are going to be taking profits. So just like we see here with NVIDIA, it's not just a straight line up, right? We had some significant pushes up here, then it kind of moved sideways a little bit, pulled down, took off again, pulled back, took off again, came down. And so our approach is to be able to read the markets. Our systems are designed to go in and look for high probability opportunities in the market. What's the most probable thing this asset is going to do in the foreseeable future? That foreseeable future could be a day, it could be an hour, it could be 15 minutes, depends on what time frame that we want to look at. So we're going to look in and see how we would have traded NVIDIA. And so I'm going to switch to our trading platform. And the other thing that we take advantage of in the systems that we trade in the CFD market. So the CFD market is contracts for a difference. That gives us the ability to trade in either direction, to be able to profit on the asset as it's going up. We can also profit as it's going down. So we can take longs and shorts anytime we choose to do that in the market. It's similar to if you were trading options. The only difference and big advantage we have is that there's no expiration date, and we can get in and out of these as often or as infrequently as we choose. And so that's one of the big advantages of our platform that we're trading on. The other one is that we're able to take advantage of leverage. And so some of these assets where NVIDIA right now is, as I said, $141 or so per share, we can take advantage of some leverage that the brokers in this CFD market offer. And so our money can go a lot longer ways. So our mindset is trade like the banks. The banks and financial institutions, large hedge funds and such, they use leverage all the time. In fact, they leveraging other people's money. They take the money that we deposit into their banks, and they take our money and leverage it and go trade it in the market, the open market, like similar to what we're doing, and they give us some minuscule returns on that. So we're saying that's definitely not the right approach. So let's take a look at this, and we'll go in and see how we would have traded NVIDIA. So to do this, I'm going to pull up, we've got two different strategies. again, that I'm going to focus on. The first one will be our Akeelah Pro strategy. This is a strategy that we use on high volume, sometimes high volatility assets, and is designed to go in and find when is the market buying. If it's buying, we jump in, we take our buys, and after a relatively short period of time, we get out, pull our profits out, and we wait for another opportunity. And so that particular one is what we're going to look at first. And I'm not going to take time in this video to go through the settings and all that kind of stuff that we would normally trade on that. You have to look at our other videos on YouTube and go back and see, how we, look at different settings and monitor different time frames. But being the asset that NVIDIA is on the stock market, is really only open for trading the majority of the time between 9:30 and 4 p.m. I think. And so we're going to trade this. Our focus will be to trade this on the 4-hour time frame. So if we run our Akeelah Pro strategy, I'm going to go back to just right after the stock split to like the 1st of July. So we're going to run this from July 1st through to date, excuse me, which again today is October 21st. So let's start this. I'm going to look at 15-minute candles just for our visual view, but we're actually trading that's on the 4-hour time frame. And so what we have built into our system, as I get this started here, is the ability to monitor the market, and we're monitoring here, and we're looking for trends. Our system is going to read, how strong the market is, one way or the other. If it's on the the green side, it says, hey, it's bullish. If it's on the bearish side, the red side is bearish. And I think I'm looking at, okay, now I'm looking at the right chart. So we're going to simulate this with a $50,000 account, and we're going in, we're starting the first part of July. So as of right now, the market is just in, we're sitting right here at 50%. There's not much of anything moving. And so we're saying, hey, that's not the time that we want to be in this market. I'm going to speed this up. And if we remember, the 4th of July weekend is probably what we're capturing right in here. So not much buying activity that time. So we're staying out of the market. Okay, I see our numbers are starting to move a little bit. Here's what we're looking at. So we have a trend time, a buy time, and a reversal signal time. All of these are 3 different time frames that we can look at to monitor the market. And so for this particular strategy, as I mentioned, we're only looking at the 4-hour. So it's been a couple of days into July, and we've not taken any trades. And okay, all right, so we're starting to take our first trades in here. Looks like this is around July 16th or so. And so we took a sale here. Let me switch this. I should have had my candles turned on. So we took a sale right in this area. And again, NVIDIA, hey, a very hot stock. This thing has been pumping, but we're looking for times that we can get in. There's people that's going to sell and take profits. So you see what happened right in this area. Our system recognized, hey, this is a good opportunity to take a sale here. We entered a sale, looks like at the price of 120.9, and shortly thereafter we got out of that sale and realized pretty good profit. Our settings in this particular strategy is 5%. So if we get a 5% floating profit, it's going to close that trade and take out profits. We also have daily loss limits and a particular trade loss limit set in here. Those, I just put our default settings in here. So people that are using our system, you have the ability to, be very aggressive with your settings or more conservative. Our settings are always pretty aggressive. So we're looking for a 5% floating profit out of here. Overall daily loss, we're using about 15%. And again, that may be pretty aggressive for some people, but that is what works for us. It works for us in the assets that we choose to trade. And what's most important is the overall results, right? So let's go ahead. Looks like we took another sale and we're floating in the negative. So it looks like we could potentially lose that one, and we did. Okay, so we took a loss on that one. So of our $50,000 account, we're down about $3 grand right now. Okay, we took another sell there, and I'm just doing this pretty quickly. I'm not going to take time to look at all of these. I just want you to be able to see how the system's running, when it's in and out, so it's making these decisions to buy or sell on its own. So we're pretty much back at break even right now. Took another sell, got a profit. That one, another sell, another profit. So we're up to about 58,000 right now. And as a user, anytime our system is running, you can interact with it over here on our dashboard. So it looks like we just took a couple of other quick ones. So we took a sell here. That one hit a pretty good profit. And then we entered a sell again. So we just lost that one. I think this got up to, you guys can go back and rewind the video or something, but it got a little over 70,000 or so. I'm not sure exactly what the number was, but then we took a loss. So we lost this particular trade here, and it probably hit our daily loss levels. Let's see. Yeah. So trading stopped right here. It says our max daily drawdown limit was reached. So as I mentioned earlier, if we hit that daily loss limit, our system is designed to say, hey, you know what? Not a good day. Let's just cut our losses and keep moving. So it automatically stopped trading. So until the next day, we're not going to take another trade. Okay, we're into the next day now. Okay, so we're sitting right around 63,000. Okay, we took a couple of buys here, a buy right here. A little bit later, we took another buy. Let's see how this goes. Okay, we hit profit on both of those right in here. And I'm going to go to the results as we're trading here, so you can kind of see what these individual trades would look like. So anytime our system takes a trade, we automatically take 3 entries, so that if necessary, the system can monitor those. Some of our strategies have, well, you can always set different take profit targets and losses and all that kind of stuff. So let's see what we saw here. So in this case here, these last few trades, looks like we took buys. So this was been on August 13th at 2000 hours. And so all of this is UTC time. That's the broker's time that's trading on here. So 2000 hours is, let's see, I think that's around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so around 1 p.m. here, we took a buy. Again, our system takes 3 entries. So took those first 3 buys. And then looks like about 30 minutes later, we were still getting a buy signal. And so we took an additional buy. And let's see, how long did we stay in that? And so we stayed in that trade until the next day. The next day looks like at market open at 16:31. That's 9:31 a.m. Eastern time. So at 9:30, the market pushed up and we got out of that trade. All right, let's keep going. All right, so we're up to 75 or so. So as you can see, we're not winning every trade. We're taking some losses, but our system is giving us cues as to when it sees the most probable time to take these trades, not to be confused with guaranteed. We're going on probabilities, and our system is analyzing a lot of market data. It's looking at different trends in the prices, it's looking at previous price action, it's looking at how much volume is in the market, how many, if the market itself is buying, well, how many buyers are actually buying. Or is this thing being pushed up by 1 or 2 or a small number of buyers? So it's looking at all those different things, making decisions on when we should get in and out. So we're a little over 80,000 right now. Looks like these were some sales. And so it's very surprising that NVIDIA, as being a very popular, very sought after stock, some people will question, well, why are we selling this at all? But as I mentioned earlier, our strategy is not, this is not to be confused with an investment strategy. So if you're looking as an investor, NVIDIA is definitely a hot stock that you probably want to buy and hold. If that's your thing, hey baby, buy it and hold it. But what we're doing is we're seeing that, hey, we can get in and out of this market. And again, sometimes we're wrong. Looks like this thing got a little over 83,000, almost 90,000, something like that. And we took a pretty big loss there that day. We were in a sell and the market was going the other way. And with this particular strategy, our system did not close it out because that's not in the settings for this one. It can be, you can modify those settings to do it, but with what my default settings were, we just took that loss on the chin. So we're not trying to hold, we're trying to trade. So when it's buying, we want to buy, and when it's selling, we want to get out of our buy and also sell. So we're up to 78,000. So this is a good 60+% profit right now. Or right at 60%. We were over 60. So this is coming the end of September. So we're going to a little bit right now. We have not taken another trade. Okay, now we're going to buy. Okay, we close those out. We're back up at 82. This is coming to the end of September. And so all this time that NVIDIA is pulling back, you know, our system recognized, hey, it's time to get out of that buy. We took our profits and let's let somebody else deal with it. All right, we took another loss there trying to sell. We might have got faked out of that one. Came back, got another profit. So we're back close to, so we've been hovering right around. It's been a little challenging to get past this 80,000 mark. Okay, we're back to 82 almost. We're buying right now. We're into October. And so it looks like this is where we're probably gonna finish up right here. Almost 89,000. Excuse me, almost 90,000. It's today, the 21st. Okay, we would not have taken any trades today. Our system didn't get the entries that we were looking for. So overall, that's the results running our pro strategy there. Let's go in and take a look at this report. And this report is basically just going to give us a good breakdown of the percentage wins. Let me put this in report format so we can actually see it. I think we can see it a little bit better. I can save it later. Okay, so this is the report that would have showed us what our results are. And so this is if you were running our system and you were trading NVIDIA during this same time period, July 1st up to current to date. If you had a $50,000 account, your gross profit would have been right at $40,000, $39,900 or something. So that's about, that's 80%, right at 80% profit. That's phenomenal. That's an amazing amount of profit on that stock. And so there's some other data that's in here that gives us profit factors, drawdown, that kind of stuff like this. One key thing I like to look at is absolute drawdown. So absolute drawdown is a reflection of what is the biggest loss that we would have incurred on our account. If we started with $50,000, how much did we ever get in the hole? And so the most that we ever got in the hole was $4,200. So that's not bad. On a $50,000 account, we never got 10% in the hole on this thing. Overall profit percentage or win rate over here, it looks like our profit trades. I'm gonna highlight this one. Profit trades, we would have won 87% of our trades there. You can see, so just the inverse is the losses. It tells us what our largest trade was and our average profit trade, largest loss. So our average profit was a little over $1,000. Our losses, when we did take losses, we took some big losses, but the percentage of that is pretty small. And so most of the time we were winning, taking consistent profits off of here. And here's the trend down here at the bottom. There's a couple other things you guys may want to look at in here. Consecutive profits, consecutive losses. Looks like maximum consecutive wins. So what's the most consecutive trades that we took and won in a row? 24. So 124 in a row. The most we had as a loss was only 3. And so again, that's pretty good. That's an average of 16 consecutive wins and 3 consecutive losses. So again, the market is the market. There's going to be ups and downs in there, but that's a pretty good overall performance out of there. And so that's from our pro strategy. Now I'm going to go back and take a look at this, and in this next one I'm going to run it just a little bit faster, just so we don't take up much more time on this video. But the being the stock that it is, this is the pro strategy that we run normally on like indices. I prefer this to run on things like the overall Dow Jones, which is US 30, sometimes S&P 500. On an individual stock like NVIDIA, that probably would not be my very first preference to run this strategy with these settings. We've got another strategy that that I personally would choose to run that one. So I'm going to take a look at that one, and that would be our let me see. I think I've got it loaded in here. That's going to be my swing strategy. Yeah, here it is, Akeelah Pro Swing. And so the swing strategy is designed to look more at an asset that's maybe moving stronger in one direction on a higher time frame. And so from a swing standpoint, it's just saying, hey, we're going to look at a higher time frame to see how and where this asset is moving. And we're going to keep in mind that we want to stay with the longer term trend. And so it's going to look more at a longer period of time in the past to give us, more indication of how strongly we should enter those trades right now. So I'm going to do the same simulation. Everything is the same here. Just the settings for the trend strategy would be just slightly different on the swing. I think the swing strategy, well, let me load my settings for what that would be. NVIDIA swing. So yeah, so for this one, pro swing, and I'm gonna run that one. In fact, I should be on pro swing 5.2. Okay. All right, so let me make sure once again I got the right settings for that one. Yeah, so if we're swinging, this is more of the the settings that we would be running for this one. So same thing, we're gonna have a $50,000 account. We'll simulate the run, and let's see if we have a little bit better performance with this one. And again, for the sake of time, I'm going to just let this kind of run and maybe make just a few comments on it. But as you see here, the first thing out the bat is that it's showing me here on the swing strategy is reading that the overall market is bearish from the trend standpoint. So it's saying from the higher standpoint right now, even though NVIDIA is hot, it's been smoking, the trend that I see is bearish. And so for this time period, until this trend signal turns green, it's only going to be looking for sales. So some other traders may be looking at this and saying, hey man, this is time I would have bought NVIDIA. I would have bought this thing down here and rode it up to here. Maybe you would have, but Akeelah says no. So let's see when is the first time she's going to take a trade here. Like, and again, the first week was pretty much a no trade week anyway for most people, being the 1st of July, 4th of July week. So now we're into the second week, and the first thing she sees is, hey, I see an opportunity to sell, and so we take that sell. Let's see if we're going to get a profit. Took another sell, okay, and we close those out in profit. The risk and reward setting, the profit settings on this particular strategy is a little bit different. It's still very aggressive, so we're looking for a 10% swing one way or the other on this one. And so we got another one, so we're up to a little over 67, almost 70,000 or so. Sales, we're taking sales, profit. Another sale, close, nope, another sale, close those sales. So far for the month of July, all we've taken are sales. Looks like we're coming into the 1st of August. Yeah, okay, now we're in the 1st of August. So we're up to about $84,000 right now. Another sale. Sell again. And did we get... Okay, yes, it's moving a little bit fast. So we close those out. So whatever day this ended, August 2nd, ended up here. But the whole time you'll see, so the market itself was trending up. And actually we closed with a pretty, with bullish candles. But our system was saying, nope, I see sell. And so I'm going to hold these sales. So we held those sales into the next day. And it looks like that was a weekend because it went from August 2nd to August 5th. So we held those. When the market opened on Monday, we got out of those sales for profit. So we're up to a little over 100,000 now, 127. So this strategy is, again, a much more complex strategy than the first one. And so some of the signals and things that's programmed in it is a little more advanced. And it's still not winning all the trades. I mean, we're doing well, but we're taking losses as well. So we're up to 120, 130 something. We lost. We're back down to 117. So now where are we? Mid-August. But we started with $50,000, so we're already 40% profit. And this is if you choose to be aggressive. This is aggressive. So aggressive, which is great when we win. Nobody likes it when we lose, right? Okay, we're near the end of August and we haven't taken any more trades. Our signals right now is saying, hey, the market is slightly bearish, but there's no strength to this. There's nothing, we're not seeing anything significant. Now it is, and we start taking sales again. So sales, profit, another sale, another sale, another sale, profit again. So we're up to 150. I saw 150. Looked like we took some losses. We're back down to 120 or so. Now we're approaching mid-September. And we're sitting right at 123. Let's see, what's the price right now? 109, 115. Okay, so now the market's pretty much moving sideways, so we're not taking any trades right in here. Not enough strength one way or another for us to act. And so if you're a user for our system, then you may be able to use some of these indicators here to say, you know what, I want to take a trade here, which that's perfectly fine. You can do that, but Akeelah's not trading it. Okay, so we're nearing the end of September. The market is pushed up a bit, but based on what we're reading from the market, is not strong enough for us to get in. Okay, we're in the 1st of October now. Let's see if we're going to take any more trades. So we know that the market did push up in October. Let's see if we would have recognized that and taken any trades. Okay, we took a buy here. Look like on the 7th, another buy. Okay, we closed those out. So we made some profit on a couple of buys. We bought again here on the 9th. Made some more profit. We bought again. we crossed a little over 170. Wow. Okay, we got to be, we took some losses here. In this case here, let's see, did we take any profit on those? No, it looks like we bought here and bought again. The market was looking strong coming to the end of the day on the 14th. And it looks like October 15th when it opened, it just tanked. And so that kind of thing is going to happen. People, again, NVIDIA is hot, it's smoking, but people are taking profits in this market. So we kind of took one on the chin right there. So we're right around 140, 130s or so. It looks like it's gonna end right here. This is probably where we are. Okay, and so we would have ended right here. This is where we are today. And so on this particular one, you can see we ended up with total equity of 153. So wow, we made a little over 300% profit. Let's look at the report on this one the same way we did the other one. I'm just gonna name it something so I can have them both open at the same time. Okay, on this one, so this is everything is the same, still trading NVIDIA on the 4-hour time frame, same dates. The only difference is a much more aggressive strategy, a little more complicated system that's trading behind this one. And the results here, you can see we made a total on a $50,000 account. We would have made a total of a little over $100,000 profit. So that's a little over 200% profit. Took a total of 114 trades. The max drawdown here was a little bit more. So the last one, I think it was, it was like 4,000. So this one is a little over 3,000. So not much drawdown there. And let's see, let's look at our percentage win, 84% win rate. And you can see our largest profit trade, average profit trade, and let's see what the average loss trade is. So still, when we took a loss, it was more than our average win. But for most people, that's very mind-boggling, especially for people that day trade and things like that. They're usually shooting for a win-to-loss ratio of 1 to 3 or something like that. And our systems just tell us that's not the way to do it. So even though our losses were, when we had a loss, it was bigger than our average win, we're winning 84% of the time. So that makes sense. Consecutive wins again, 24 versus 6 consecutive losses. So this is pretty good performance here. So hopefully this just gives you guys some information, at least enough insight to say, you know what, you can take advantage of AI. That's pretty much what we're doing. We program these systems to look for specific things in the market and to read the market and give us some high probability times to get in and out. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys. I apologize for the video being a little bit long, but I really wanted to show at least 2 different strategies so you can have some insight for yourself to see, if you are a user of our Akeelah system. Definitely send us a message about this. If you don't have access to these particular strategies, we can help you with that, discuss that. But if you guys got other questions, drop a question, comment in the comment section, or reach out to us at contact@akeelah.io. That's our email, and we'll be glad to get back to you guys. But hopefully this video was informative and gives you some good insight as to how we can take advantage, I should say, of hot moving stocks like NVIDIA and get significantly better performance if we choose to trade them versus just buying and holding the asset. Okay, God bless you guys. See you guys next time. Thanks.